Short girl problems.
Meatball problems.
Yes, Pauly D is from Rhode Island, so we are copying his slogan, meatball problems, but it's short girl problems, you get it? He's from Rhode Island, but he's such a thick accent. So everybody, I was wondering this when I was on my way here thinking about this video. Let me know if I have an accent like his. I don't think I have one at all. Like, if you hear me talking with an accent, tell me, because I don't hear it, especially when you look at somebody like him. Like, I definitely don't have like a strong accent whatsoever. You may be asking yourself, what the hell is that hairstyle? I don't know. You tell me. I tried something. But when you have thick hair and long hair, it's not very easy to do cute little space buttons. Like, they end up being massive. Today, we are talking short girl problems. Honestly, this is one of the things I talked about in one of my driving videos, and it's something that constantly gets to me. Like, people don't realize the problems that you have when you are a short adult woman. There are so many short girl problems, and we are all here to air them out. And we can start with number one, the thing that I actually talked about in my driving with me type of like video that I did, which was people do not take you seriously. Whether I like go into the DMV, like I go to a liquor store, I go to like a business meeting or things like that, you know what I mean? I go into an expensive clothing store. Nobody takes me seriously because they look at me and go, oh, she's too young to spend a lot of money. She's too young to be serious. Like, I really too think that like in interviews or things like that, people definitely don't take me as seriously until I have to try twice as hard for them to take me as seriously as they would a male of my height, or like even like a taller, more mature looking female. Maybe these are just child baby face problems. I don't know. And short girl problem number two is clothing. Stores have been getting better and better about this recently, like places especially like Target, Walmart, American Eagle, but I used to, especially when I was in high school, have so much trouble finding pants, dresses, shirts, maxi dresses, especially skirts that fit correctly, and even now it's a huge issue. I would get petite pants from like American Eagle, and like their definition of petite was somebody who was 5'4". It's like somebody who's 5'4" is not petite. Like that's pretty much like average height. I'm pretty sure women's average height is probably like 5'5". So it's like that's an average sized woman. That is not a petite woman. A petite woman is probably like 5'3", 5'2", and below. Probably 5'2" and below if you're asking me. And I don't know. I always had trouble finding pants. They're always 4 inches too long on the end, especially when places don't have petite sizes. And sometimes for me, an issue is that they'll have petite sizes, but they also run very small, and I'm not necessarily thin, I'm just very short. I weigh 110 pounds, so I'm not like big, but I'm also not tiny either. I'm not like a 00 in clothing. I'm usually like a 2 or a 0. So to have petite clothing that's short, but that also runs small is like so hard and so confusing. Petite dresses, maxi dresses, impossible to find. There's no such thing as a petite maxi dress. If anybody has any good places for them, please put it down below, because I want a maxi dress so badly, and yet I cannot find one that will fit my 4'11" and 3/4 of an inch figure. Short girl problems. Problem number 3 is dating, kind of. I don't know. It's not really like a problem, but it makes things so awkward because I'll show up to a date, or like I'll show up to like meet somebody, and unless I specifically say ahead of time, hey, I'm really short, like I'm 5 feet, I'm 4'11" and 3/4, like I'm not very tall, they are always surprised. And like, I guess this doesn't just apply to dating, this applies to like friendships, like meeting people in person, meeting like my team, because I work remotely. So when I met my team, they were all kind of like surprised. Everybody's surprised that I am only 4'11" and 3/4 of an inch, and people will immediately jump on it and, you know what I mean, say how short I am, you're so short, things like that. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting you to be that short, you're so much shorter than I thought you'd be. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we get it, like we all understand. I'm short, I get it, move on. It just reminds me of the guy who has the business cards where it's like, yes, I'm tall, I'm 6'7", or like whatever. Like, I need those, but for myself, so I can just hand them out and be like, yes, I'm short, I'm 4'11". Like, everybody calm down. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Short girl problem number 4 is definitely pictures. Now, this one seems like really random, like people don't think of it, but a lot of my friends are 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", so taking a picture next to them where we're both standing up always looks awkward. Like, it just always looks, because there's such a big height difference, it always just looks like I'm so much shorter than I really am, because it like emphasizes how short I am compared to like how normal heighted they are. So because they're on the taller side, it really just shows how short I am, and then that would be the #1 comment. Or taking pictures with like boyfriends, things like that. I took a picture with a boyfriend and one of my best friends, I'd cut off our feet, and one of my best friends literally commented, and she was like, I can tell that you're wearing heels in this, and there's still like a foot worth of height difference between the two of you. It's like, oh, I know, even in pictures where I'm wearing heels, I'll still always be the shortest one in the room, or like the shortest one in the photo. And that's just another like weird, not like pet peeve, but like issue with being short, is always being tiny in photos and like coming up to somebody's like shoulder. It's really highlighted by photos. Short girl problem number 5 is going out to a bar or like a crowded place or a party. I don't know what it is, but like my friend recently experienced this because she was with a bunch of people. She's 5'4", maybe, close. And she went out with a bunch of people who were like 5'8", 5'9", and she finally experienced this for the first time, and she literally came back to me the next day after we had a convening moment, and she was like, oh my god, like, I get it now. I get why you get so aggravated when you go out to bars, because guys, especially who are tall, drunk, 6 feet, literally only look directly in front of them. They don't look down, so people will hit into you over and over again. People will shove into you. I've had a girl who was drunk once literally fell on me and like pushed me onto somebody else, and like, I don't weigh a lot, I'm short, it's very hard for me to push you back because you're like towering above me. One like pet peeve that I really have is like people who lean over me. For example, I was at the bar one night, and this girl, we're all like dancing around the dance floor, whatever, and this girl kept leaning back, and I would be standing behind her, and she would go like this and be like over me, but she was still hitting me because her hair kept like hitting me in the head, and I'm like, can we not do this today? Or people will constantly be like elbowing you, like elbow you in the head because you're like so much shorter than them, or they'll just trample you, they'll run you over. I've had a guy before, I actually ended up having one of my toenails fall off because a guy kept stomping on my foot over and over again because he just wasn't even registering that there was like a person behind him. It's so frustrating, but I honestly think drunk guys and sometimes drunk girls like don't even realize that they're doing it. Like, they just plow you over because you're short. They overlook you. But yeah, that's one of the biggest issues when you go out, is that people, especially drunk guys, drunk girls who are tall, don't even look down. Like, they look directly in front of them, and if you're not in their direct eyesight, they pretend like you don't exist. Oh my god, I can't stop sneezing. Short girl problems number 6 is short jokes. They're not that funny. Let's all be honest. If I made tall jokes at people, they wouldn't think it was funny. It's different if it's coming from like a friend or like it's in like a light-hearted manner, but people love to make short jokes and it's just like not that funny. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I will let you go. Let me know in the comments down below if you have to deal with any of this, if there's tall people problems that I don't know about, if people make tall jokes all the time, I don't know. Follow all my social media. It is at Chloe Wigs. On Instagram, and then on Twitter it is at Climate Change. I will put it all down in the description. If you have any suggestions for videos or anything, let me know down there. I am considering doing like 2 videos a week instead, doing like a driving one or like a vlog, and then the regular sit-down ones like this. But let me know, give me any ideas that you have, hit me up on Instagram, and I will subscribe to the channel. Forgot about that one. And like the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.